Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. 2 good hours. So yeah, we're doing something I never thought I would be doing. Be doing The Witcher 3. Uh Numerous Game of the Year award winners, countless accolades and praises, and to be honest, I really didn't get that deep into this. I think when this came out for Switch, I was busy doing something else. It was just one of those life things, and it just sat on my shelf, and I was like, oh, I'll get back to this. I'll get back to us. Well, now I am getting back to this, and now is the time. So thank you very much for joining me here this evening. Really do appreciate it. Season 3 of 2 Good Hours. Very proud to be bringing you this. And it's also brought to you by Eckert Financial Services. If you need help with insurance or investments or long-term planning for the future, go ahead, talk to Mike. Mike's your guy. Mike was actually, he even know he suggested it, but he suggested this. I'm going to bring this up in the description as well. It's like, hey, when you send that email to Mike, the email will be listed in the description below. Ask him why Netflix is not a good option to choose to invest your money in. He'll tell you. He'll tell you straight up. And he loves The Witcher, the series. He's not a big gamer, which is fine. But, yeah, there is definitely a reason why you should not invest into Netflix, and let him be the one to tell you. So that's enough waffling. Oh wait, before we get into, there's going to be a little bit more waffling here. And hey, if you're new here to the streams, you can always also find me at thatdonparker.com. You can also find me on YouTube, on Etsy, on Instagram as well. And if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this elsewhere, if you want to see these streams live, you can also find me at twitch.tv/thatdonparker. No, that's it. You can find me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/thatdonparker. Yeah, that's it. I know my own links. Yeah, that's it. I know it. Moving right along. The HUD. Sure. Oh, the heads-up display? Seems legit. And slide this over to it's just barely visible. I believe that's supposed to be... See, I know little of the Witcher's world. I just know that he's a high fantasy Batman. That's essentially what a Witcher is. I listened to part of a book. I can't pronounce the author's name, but holy crap, do I love it.
Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead, you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Hoo boy, that was intense. That was just as intense as the book. Book is really dark, man. Really dark. I'm all for that. We're going to, yeah, to be honest, we're taking this from the top. New game. Yeah, fresh start. Just give me a normal. What would be the normal mode? Don't. Happy to be challenged. Just give me that. That seems like a normal mode. Show tutorials. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna play this too much like Skyrim. I feel like. Simulate Witcher 2 save. No. This is my first Witcher game. This is my first Witcher experience, so I'm all for this. There's just so much good stuff out on the Switch. Jeez. Oh. All right. Why? Do not recall remembering that. Really block that out. Eye injuries. Don't deal well with them. They're tracking something. Oh. Sucks to be him. Oh, there you go. Man, that was a lot. That's still going. Okay, that's a lot to intake. Lovely.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It's funny to me. Okay, good. It wasn't real. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some editing here. Delightful. Great. Okay, the tutorial time. This tutorial will introduce the game's core elements. Each message will be saved in the glossary, where you'll also find detailed information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. Alright.
You're running out of juice.
Enemy map in the upper right corner of your display shows... Okay. Got that.
You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Find the key to the bedroom door. Oh, there we go. Wonderful world so far. It's just a room, but like, no, I like the vibe of this.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
Looks fine. I understand this was a powerhouse
Guess
on.
she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master.
This was a powerhouse on PC, wouldn't it?
Put you to sleep too.
Damn it. Had her taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls. Wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Gotta admit, we've spoiled her.
We've spoiled her. I've been saying it from the start. Ciri needs a firm hand.
Been saying that true. But you let her walk all over you just like the rest of us do.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
I'll keep that in mind. It's straight up telling me, do not take this lightly. I'm not expecting a Souls experience, but it will be if must it be? It will be.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Al-Ghouls in its entirety, appendices included.
No, please! I'd rather clean the stables.
End of discussion. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Of course. Is a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
That's not what I saw earlier.
To the bottom.
Maybe if you fall.
So I'm assuming this is where like Assassin's Creeding it. Oh. There we go.
What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
Ooh. All right, come on. Lining up with the ladder, press A. Okay, it's a little finicky. Little finicky.
Run into trouble? Should I turn back and help you?
So it's a little Assassin's Creed. Not a whole lot, but a little bit so far. Didn't realize this was a race. Ooh. Sure. We're here. That's good enough.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl-ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
A witcher must know how to trick his opponent. You said so yourself.
Might have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Review the fundamentals.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
No idea what I'm doing here, but that's half the fun, right?
Draw your sword, Geralt.
Witchers must be prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths, or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, witchers need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are their swords, one steel for fighting humans and non-humans, the other silver for slaying monsters. Witchers also have mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as the spells wielded by mages, but they can be cast very quickly with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Witchers are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade oils, and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger or faster foes. Press left to draw your sword. Press R to select or deselect a target. Once you have a target selected, all your attacks are directed towards it. You don't have to select a target during combat, but doing so can help you focus on a specific opponent. Okay, good.
Let's dance.
Mount a fast attack against Vesemir by pressing Y. Mount a strong attack against Vesemir by pressing X. Good.
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember.
And to indicate a direction, using L and press B to dodge. Roll out of the way. Do so with A. Same with like dodging. Oh.
Come on, come closer.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte! Strike! Counter-strike!
Whoa. Press CL just before your opponent strikes to perform a counterattack. Gotta be careful with Vesemir.
Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Gwent.
Make sure it's active. Cast sign with CR. Signs consume stamina. If your stamina level is too low, you can't cast them.
Tomfoolery! Enough! Ciri, Gwent is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Oh. Think I'm doing this right?
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
Igni, alright.
Who's next? See? If not for the Gwent sign.
That's still super cool.
Hard, Geralt. Come on.
Hey, Vulture's in the room. What's going on, bud? Oof. I'll cast the Ard sign. Okay, so we'll cast that Ard sign. Telekinetic blast. Let's go. Let's do this.
See that, Siri? Art will knock anyone or anything off balance. Destroy their rhythm. Time for Axie. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
I wish there was a quicker way you can select these signs. Yeah, Axie.
Showing off. What the blazes are you doing?
That's exactly what I want to know. Wait a minute, I'm casting it. Is it did it freeze? Axie.
What the blazes are you doing?
Yeah, what am I doing? Wait a minute. That was weird. Don't forget about Planet Parade tomorrow, June 24th. Won't happen again until 2024. No, I'll definitely keep that in mind. That's good to know. Thank you for reminding me. See, my problem is I live in Pittsburgh, and we really don't get a lot of celestial moments because the weather here is atrocious.
What the blazes are you doing? See this, Siri? Couldn't move if I wanted to.
Lays down a magic trap that slows anyone who enters in the area's effect.
Don't worry, Siri. Gwent will dampen the blow.
I don't think Siri's really paying attention here.
Stop showing off, yo.
Stand on the spot indicated by the map. Throw a bomb at a training post.
Fine. Enough.
I heard you can still see.
Training at will.
I heard you can still see that for the rest of the month, but June 24th is the best date to see it. Yeah, I'm excited. See, I love moments like that. I'm trying to think when was the last big one. I think we had a.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Some sort of eclipse, but that was like super early in the
Siri,
morning.
get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Siri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the?
What's going on? Whoa, what?
Vesemir.
inherited this again, White Wolf.
No!
Pretty interesting way of going about the tutorial.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in a tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something?
Who's Geralt?
True
Not
the
David
Lord
Hayter, is it?
indeed. We'll find her.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream.
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Ah, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. In certain situations.
Gross.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
There we go. Life on the continent and all of Skellige Isles is nasty, brutish, and short. War lays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating that you should fight them with your silver sword. I thought ghouls would have been more ghostly. That's just me, though. I completely forgot how to change out. How to change targets. Striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allows you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points. Your adrenaline points slowly decline when you are not engaged in combat.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
You can regenerate vitality by eating or drinking, or by meditating for at least 1 hour. Okay. Note while playing on the Blood and Broken Bones and Death March difficulty levels, meditation does not regenerate vitality. Food and drink can be placed in your consumable slot for quick use during combat, up or down to consume them and regenerate vitality. You have some food equipped in your upper consumable slot. Press up now to eat it and regenerate a portion of your vitality. Sure.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Horses. Riches spend most of their time on the road in search of their next contract. They must trek across wide valleys, climb over high mountain peaks, and trudge through thick bogs. Luckily, Geralt can always count on his horse Roach to help him in his travels. To have Roach come with you, double press L. Sounds good.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
Ha. Double press and hold A while moving to gallop.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore
I don't need the
the
gallop.
old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. That's what keeps us going.
Nice. Just following Vesemir here. Wow, this is pretty. I feel like if I undock this is going to melt my Switch.
That's it, Roach.
Slower.
Okay, we'll go slower.
We going?
Into what? The sun?
Help me! Help!
The hey is that? Is that a griffin? Oof.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Nice bowl cut, my guy.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh,
Good to know.
you'd like a reward, I suppose.
Could always use a few crowns.
Thing is, I've a meager purse at the moment. Nilfgaardians requisitioned my goods. Now this. Here.
Hate to play it like that, but hey,
Back to the trail.
Witcher's gotta eat.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there?
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Sounds good. Hold A without steering to automatically follow its path. Your horse won't lose stamina with this option
Griffin this close
to
to a
automatically
village.
follow the road.
Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In a forest to the mountain, sure, but here, near the main road.
Oh,
Maybe it's
awesome.
the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
You're nearing a village. Don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft, and also won't look kindly on you accosting others. Local residents can often erect notice boards near settlements, such as villages and cities. These are marked with a map, a letter on your map. Examine them to learn about contracts, work for witchers, and local happenings.
Slow now. Whoa.
Good to know. I love the feel of this so far.
What? Take that down before there's trouble. That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
Sure.
Witches.
It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to your life.
I'll not drink with Weaverlost freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy around here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. One mean beast.
Mean? Light way for a hunter to put it. Clawed Lena so bad, poor thing's 1 foot in the grave. But does no good to wallow in misfortune. How can I be of service?
Really good voice
Put
acting.
up a vodka for me.
What happened to that rye?
Something to wet your tongue.
Options marked with a coin purse will open the shop panel.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
Sure, we'll see what we got. What are these cards? I was promised rye. Where is it? You know what? Let's just take a card. Oh, what is this? Wasn't there a card game that everyone lost their minds over in this? I can't remember. We're just going to go with the milk. And wait a minute. Is there more? I can't sell that. Oh, this is all I have. Okay, yeah, all right. I see how this works now. Okay.
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Witcher's gotta eat.
Place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries. Might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of
Don't
travellers
go there.
though.
What?
From all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Dialogue options marked with an X will end the conversation.
Thanks. For everything.
So, who do we go to next?
Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Yet.
I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
If you walk into a room and people can immediately tell your profession, that's gone out the window.
Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel. Why are they marking out them lines, eh? Parcel out their patrimony. Give it to their own.
Just talk to everyone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
Options marked with a triangle will make use of the axle sign. The sign influences people's minds, causing them to act according to your will. To charm more stubborn individuals who otherwise resist during a conversation, invest in the delusion ability in the character panel.
Just want to talk.
You deaf, Stray? No one here'll talk to you.
If it's company you seek, stick that mangy snout of yours in a trough with the pigs.
Show that shit-eater, Micah.
Raven-haired woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind!
Uh-huh. And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Showed him. Alright, that seemed... we got some information out of that. Let's see if we can... can I pet the cat?
For what? Factions, teams, suits. Similar to clubs and spades, except each suit has its own face cards. There are also special cards.
Wouldn't you rather play war?
What a waste of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Okay, this is that card game.
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia. Witcher, with tenure.
Hmm.
I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not! Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of war? What's that about?
Folk say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
Especially the
sword
scholars.
is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down.
Yeah, he's definitely a scholar, all right.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No,
That's the name
I
of
don't
it.
have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Why not?
Go
Splendid.
for it.
Here's how it's done.
This better not be like Triple Triad. Welcome to Gwent. Gwent is an ancient dwarven card game that simulates the clash of two armies in battle. The players are generals, and the cards are their forces. I will go first. To begin, you draw 10 cards. This will be your hand for the rest of the match. You will not draw any more cards, so use these wisely. Okay. Unit card strength. This is a unit card. The number in the upper left corner indicates its strength. When placed on the battlefield, this value is added to the total strength of the player who placed it. This is the unit's combat row icon. This indicates the row on the battlefield where the card can be played. Some unit cards have special abilities. The Kaidweni Siege Experts special ability is called Morale Boost, which grants 1+ strength to all units in the same row. Oh, oh no. Weather cards are a special type of card. They reduce the strength of all cards of a given type on the battlefield, including your own. So snowflakes weaken daggers, fog weakens bow and arrows, and rain weakens siege. Sure. I can get this. Redraw. At the start of each game, you can select up to 2 cards to discard and redraw. But let's skip that for now and go straight to playing. Good. Here's the battlefield. This is your side. And that's my opponent's side. During each turn, a player must place 1 card on the battlefield or pass. Each deck has a leader. The leader grants you a special ability, which can be used only once per battle. Trigger the special ability at any point, pressing Y. Ugh. Playing cards, press A to select a card, press A again to place it on the battlefield. Okay. Here we go. You gotta recalibrate the arm by 5 degrees. Do what by the what now? Sure, give that a shot. Total strength. The number on the left by your icon shows the current total strength of your units. The number on the right shows the total strength for that row. Okay. Both values are updated when the card is played. At the end of the round, the player with the highest total strength wins. During your turn, you can pass by holding down X. Once you pass, you cannot play any more cards during that round. Your opponent can continue playing cards until he or she passes as well. You should pass when you are confident you can win with the units you already have in play, or let the opponent win and save your cards for the next round. I have no idea what's going on here. Wow, I can see why those guys bailed. A round ends once both players have passed. The players then compare the total strength of their units to determine the winner. All cards on the battlefield are discarded, and both players' total strength is reset to 0. Says Kira Metz. If I'm to die today, I wish to look smashing for the occasion. Death Mold. I once made a prisoner vomit his own entrails. Ah, good times. I like him. Okay, we're tied. I bled for Redania. I've killed for Redania. Damn it, I've... that's... Ooh, it's not a pretty world, that's for sure. I feel like I need to play something on the front lines. Yeah, let's damn this dude. I forget. I think at this point, sets the strength of all siege combat cards to 1 for both players. What's this one? Yeah, let's do that. Unreal. Let's play that. Play a siege card. We usually give them female names like Jenny or like Bertha. Makes sense. I'm just gonna play cards just for the heck of it. The player who loses a round also loses a life gem. The game is over once a player loses have lost both life gems. Okay, I won that one. I think I might have messed this up. Use leader cards? Oh no, no. We'll pass. The opponent won. There's no shame in passing and letting your opponent win a round. Sometimes it's better for you to save your cards for later. Alright, each deck also features its own heroes. Heroes are higher value cards immune to the effects of special cards. These powerful cards can turn the tide of battle. Okay. Acquire more powerful cards by completing certain quests or purchasing them from vendors. Man, that was hard. That was rough. But I think I got the hang of this now.
Well, it's not a game for everyone. Requires an analytical mind. If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do in the meantime. Okay, we're a little past the hour mark here. Think we're just going to take a little break here. A little break. Just to get the taste of Gwent out of our mouths. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we're going to get back at it again with hour 2 of 2 good hours here of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for Switch. So if you like what you saw here, you can also find me at thatdonparker.com. You can also find me on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Etsy. Get yourself a t-shirt. And also, if you're watching these elsewhere, if you want to watch these streams live, you can also find me at twitch.tv/thatdonparker. And also, the second season here of 2 Good Hours is brought to you by Eckert Financial Services. Seriously, just talk to Mike if you need help with any financial planning for the future, about any investments, or even insurance. He's your guy. Seriously, just talk to Mike. We'll get back to you in about 5 minutes, and we'll get back. We'll give you the judgment, the pass or fail rating for The Witcher 3. See you cats in a little bit. Donate blood.